Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to another recording of Hearthstone. So we need to play 10 weapons and then we need to get 3 games, or is that 5 games? Man, the text looks a little small there. Shaman and Warlock. I suppose we're also gonna do the arena tonight, if we can do that. But let's start with the weapons. We don't care if we win or not, so we'll just keep on playing on ranked mode. Only talked about one thing last time, and I refuse to talk about it anymore. Politics, blah. So let's go through the rest of the short list of things I have to talk about. Like, Lego Dimensions is adding Hermione from Harry Potter and a battle level, which I think Hermione getting added doesn't really mean anything, but it is kind of cool. But I think she should have been the main character of the Harry Potter series, and Lego Harry Potter is a mess of a game on PC. And I don't even think it ran well on the Xbox 360. But yeah, I don't mind Hermione coming out. What gets me about every time they add a new character and that new character can seemingly do some new features, either those new features must only be in certain levels that are part of the level expansion kits for like Harry Potter, or the new features just somehow in some weird JavaScript, well, not JavaScript, but Java programming language, get hooked and connected into the rest of the game. Because I really don't know how you would very well have this growing list of what I assume is Java-like calls in the game, where the first level of the first of Lego Dimensions had characters that could run, jump, and pick up things, let's say. And then let's say a year later you introduce a character that can fly. Alright, so now somehow that level that wasn't designed for the ability to fly, although almost certainly it was, that function now has to work in all the previous levels, you would assume. Or return the narrator and say you can't fly in this area, which would kind of suck. But then let's say another year comes by and you introduce a character that can go invisible. Alright, now the game has to be reprogrammed to adjust for a character that can go invisible, and all the AI of the enemies now has to have some way to turn off their ability to detect a character who's invisible. Let's say another year goes by and let's say they add like Galactus, and he has the ability to shrink from being really small into being really huge. Now all the enclosed areas somehow have to fit this larger character. Let's see. We'll do this.
Who goes there?
Do this. Do that. Let's say another year goes by, you add somebody that can breathe fire. Another year goes by, you add somebody that breathes ice. It just seems like Lego Dimensions inherently is going to add more and more and more, and that each character seems to have to require an update every time a character has new abilities. And that was certainly how it felt with Lego Discovery, not Lego Discovery, but Disney Infinity. Boy, did I mispronounce that. But Darn it, I should have attacked with this guy first. So I'm not sure if eventually they're going to have to come out with a Lego Dimensions 2. I guess as long as they can just keep updating it. And the weird thing is, because it's now only Lego Dimensions and Skylanders, I think they can happily play in that field and just never really have to struggle too much with it. The other thing about the expansion is the battle level, where 4 players can fight each other either in local co-op or online co-op. I'm not sure, maybe both. That's an interesting expansion for the Lego series. It's not very great because it's not like there's really a lot of battling going on between the characters. You just punch each other and then one person dies, and it usually is just whoever can mash the buttons or get the first hit in wins. It would be more interesting if they tried to introduce something like if they were able to do, what is that, Quidditch in Lego form, a full-on online Quidditch game just added into Lego Dimensions would be kind of amazing, but it would also be kind of, I bet, not played as much as you would think, because Quidditch is just a made-up game that's not very much that fun. So we got a few things to talk about as far as Kickstarter, and again, I don't want to cover under protest. I'm covering Kickstarter and Kickstarter games again because there's so little to actually talk about otherwise. Should I play a new thing? Yeah, I don't think I should do this, so I'm gonna just end my turn, even though that would work towards my goal. To play a 5, then play a 0. Or play a 0, then play a 5. So, Torment Tides of Numeria has dropped some of its stretch goals, and it has kind of finished, I think, too. So, they said, we're done, we're not going to do the thing we said we might do if we got the money that we did get through donations. What they dropped was a companion in the game, so I mean, you could almost just immediately assume the reason why they dropped that is because they're just not capable, or it's just not worth their effort to add a companion. And then oddly, they dropped the Italian localization. I guess the only argument I could even think about dropping an Italian localization, if you were going to do that as one of your stretch goals, is the idea that maybe, just maybe, they looked at the countries that people were donating in Kickstarter, and they saw that there was no or very little people that were from Italy donating.
My eyes.
Not exactly a Kickstarter thing, but somewhat related, because Psychonauts 2 is a Fig game that was funded and is going to come out pretty soon here. And they have this special PSVR exclusive called the Rhombus of Ruin. Honestly, it doesn't look like much of a game. There's a 3D there's a 3D, what would you call it?
Taste my blades.
I'm just gonna go ahead and end my turn. Yeah, a 3D YouTube video out there where you're kind of in the center point of the main character, so you can't even see the main character. You're looking out of his eyes, and you can look around a little bit. But the scene that's the trailer, you're in a submarine, so literally there's like 2 directions you can look and nothing really happening. And the graphics are slightly an issue too on it, because they can't get too far away from the graphics of the original game, otherwise it won't feel genuine. And they can't really do realistic graphics. So there's certain points where you see a more hexagonal circular dials instead of what you might expect as far as a round dial. It might also be that the PSVR version simply was not really worked on, and we'll find out that the real Psychonauts 2 looks a lot better. I need to get around to playing Psychonauts 1. That's one on the list of mini games I need to get around to playing. Let's see. The next thing. How long have we been playing? Barely 11 minutes. Let's see. Kickstarter wise, the Banner Saga 3 has been fully funded at $200,000. They said they wanted to go back to Kickstarter for the Banner Saga 3 because people didn't realize that the Banner Saga let's see. If I do this and kill him, I won't die much. So I've got to do this, this. Nope, lost. Oh well. I got what I wanted though out of this. I played 10 weapons almost certainly. It seems kind of weird. It seems kind of weird you'd ask for $200,000 and get it for the game if you just wanted to use the Surface to the Kickstarter service to advertise. You would think you would want it to be no amount of money is necessary for it to be fully funded. Let's see, I need now a Shaman or a Warlock victories. This will be interesting. Let's look at the arena here. Alright, Warlock victories.
Embrace the shadow.
So, now we're doing an arena run. Just in the middle. Let's see. Deal 4 damage to himself. Gain 1 card for each of your hand. Or beast. I'll take this one. Not much of a choice there. Restore 4 health to your hero. Or restore 2 health. I'll take this one. Give a random friendly minion +1. Draw a card. Or play a demon. I'll take a demon. I'll take 1 for the spider. Whenever I summon a minion with death rattle, giving 1 attack. Whenever this minion takes damage, it also deals that amount to the hero. Enemy minions. Stealth. Death rattle summon. So I think we're going with the death rattle deck now. So we're starting to figure it out. Maybe I should have taken a taunt character there. Move 1 durability, give a minion +2 attack this time. Charge Divine Shield, destroy friendly minion and deals attack to all enemy minions. Nope. Your minions cost 2 less, but not 1. I suppose we'll do that. Then if your turn, give a random minion +1 health, or stealth, or Wind Fury. I'll go with Wind Fury. And then Wind Fury again. And then give a minion +3 attack. Okay. Let's see, whenever you take damage, give a friendly minion +2 attack. Whenever you take damage, restore 2 health to your hero every time you're inspired. That's nice. Other minions have +1 attack. Take this Hellfire. That's a good one. We'll take a charge character. We'll take this one. Deal 5 damage to all characters. Let's see. Battlecry, destroy a minion, death rattle, resummon it. No, I don't think we need that. And then that. If you summon a minion, gain 1 attack or a taunt. I'll take a taunt. Deal 3 damage to all other characters. There we go. +3 attack. There we go. Deal 1 damage to all minions. I'll take that. Deal 1 damage if it kills it, draw a card. Or do I want this? Or do I want this? I'll take that. And then do I want this, this, or this? I'll take that. And that one. Finally, the next Murloc you play costs health instead of mana. Not gonna ever use that. Draw 3 cards. Discover a priest, warlock, or mage card. Your opponent's hero power costs 5 more, or just a 0 taunt. So, again, on these arena runs, let's start playing. You're not getting an excellent combination of cards or anything like that. So, that's what we have to do, I suppose, is just, that's what Arena is all about, is random cards and seeing how good we can do it. Where were we on talking about things? Ukulele has gone gold, although it seems like, best I can tell, there's certain, like, Wii U kits that you could have pre-ordered and gotten with that, and since they're not going to make a Wii U version, they're giving everybody the opportunity to switch to a Steam version. I think only a Steam version, so you can't go from like a Wii U version to an Xbox version or something like that. A lot of extra stuff happens, I suppose.
Bring out your dead.
This is probably a terrible place to start this, but whatever. That's in turn. But yeah, the Banner Saga 200k. The other argument I can make about them setting their goal at 200k is the idea that it's probably kind of strangely too low for money. And I'm not sure exactly how they did it. Maybe they actually said, this game is going to be $30. Give us $30 and you get a pre-order and that's it. If you give us any less, you're just giving it away for free. If you give us any more, that more is also free. And I think that's about the only way you could do it. But then I still feel like the 200,000 goal is too low for the advertising they're actually claiming that they wanted to do on Kickstarter. I would probably say the Kickstarter goal should be something closer to 400,000, half a million, a million. I suppose they had the numbers and they actually knew how many they could get away with, but as I think about it, I feel like they would want that goal to not be full unless it was going to be full in record time. And see, if you cheated to get the record time of how fast the goal was achieved and said, we just want $1, you could do that in a second. And then you'd be done. And then the campaign is fully funded. And then it stops being an interesting one. There's a lot of mechanics also, I guess, that goes on with that. Is this a demon? Nope. 3 to do this. And that gets it down to that. And then
Stop poking me.
That gets down to that. Although I guess I could have hit him in the face.
Job's done.
And end the turn. I thought this was a battle cry, but it's a death rattle. Ah, darn it. So yeah, I would heavily think that they wish that their campaign got more coverage and lasted longer, because now I think people are going to particularly forget about the Banner Saga 3 until it's completely out. Battlecry, Summon Spider, Death Rattle.
Get it out! Get it out!
I should just play this instead of doing this, so I'm gonna just end my turn. I can't really afford to draw 2 more damage. Let's move on to the next thing. Like I talked about in a relatively recent recording, Eidos Montreal is now reportedly focused on the Tomb Raider game and Marvel game. So, as I speculated, now somebody higher up is making the same speculation that the game is the next Deus Ex game in particular is not likely to. Do I have a demon out here? Demon. Nope. Give 1 +3 attack. Let's hope this hits. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not expecting another Deus Ex game from Eidos Montreal for a good long time. 10, maybe 11 years, if ever. You kind of would have to have the Marvel deals go flat immediately to not get at least 4 years out of production out of that. I didn't realize that Eidos Montreal had a hand in the Tomb Raiders because I thought that was Crystal Dynamic alone, but whatever. Let's see.
You smell like a leopard.
I lost my character that was going to give me more cards. That's a shame. Should I draw more cards? No. I gotta protect my health. Conan Exiles is out and it has an endowment slider, which for the male characters increases and lowers the size of his genitalia, and there's specific physics in which his genitalia swings back and forth if you run around without any pants. Now, I knew that Conan Exiles was going to be somewhat like that. It was going to be risky, risque a little bit, but it seems like, much like the game Rust, where you start off the game naked and that's become this big thing. It seems like Conan Exiles might just get known for that and nothing else, and that would be a real shame.
Get in there and fight.
Because that's just not ideally what I want to have happen or see. I actually wanted to see this game turn into something more. It might very well turn out that Conan Exiles, it looks like one of those old school fantasy games where you have like a shield on one hand and you got a left legging, right legging, and chest piece and undershirt sometimes, and armor and necklaces and 2 rings, things like Diablo 1 had. It might be very much like that. It might also have some elements of well, that certainly didn't work towards my goals. It might very well have some elements of something like Minecraft or Rust, or I don't even know if Minecraft is the right place to go, because Rust now is more of the standard thing where you find items and you build those, you find rocks to make a stone axe, and then you build up and keep your health up and do a lot of that stuff. That is Minecraft, but I think when you put it in a 3D perspective, when you make it more mature, you're talking more like a game that, like Rust, in the simplified way it's done in Minecraft. In Minecraft, you just need a couple of pieces of wood and a stone, and you have a stone sword, where it could be that you need a lot more pieces of wood and stone and other things to make a stone sword in Rust, although I'm kind of just speculating there. I have no clue what the endowment, if it does anything for the female characters. One would assume that it increases their breasts, but then I don't know what they do if they censor the lower half. It should be banned from Twitch. I guess that's something I can talk about next time, is Yandere Simulator and Twitch, because he made another video, so we'll talk about that next time too. But yeah, if there's females running around, it should be banned from Twitch. If there's males that's running around, it should be banned from Twitch. I think Twitch is not going to be in the habit of banning games outright as much as they're going to ban specific channels. It would be only fair if the females had genital physics too, but I bet they don't. I bet it's all censored. I'm still very interested in Conan Exiles. I'm not sure I'm ever going to play it. Probably not going to play it, because when I see news stories like this, it then just looks like a nightmare of me editing things, and that's not something I have time for. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me further, go down to the description and please follow and friend me on all those social media sites. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.